everybody. It's the Gadget Reviewer here, and I have a video for you guys on why I think Windows Phone 8 is a great operating system. First things first, I like to get out of my, I like to get out a quick disclaimer. This is an opinion-based, not question, but an opinion-based video. So this means that I'm not trying to offend any iOS users or any Android users. I don't have an Android phone, so I can't really talk about them. But please don't get offended if I say that, let's say this is the best that I've used or the best that I think is out there, because mainly that's based on my experience. I had iOS for about 3 years now, and I was opened, my eyes were opened because I saw how awesome Windows Phone was. And it made me think that iOS was a little bit limited. I'm not saying that it's a horrible OS, because it's not. It's a really nice OS, really clean, really simple. But, I mean, there is some room for improvement. And I hope that you guys do understand my opinion, and please do not get offended, because this is not a video to offend. So let's get right into the video here. First reason why I like Windows Phone 8 is because you can customize pretty much almost everything. The only thing that I really think you should be able to customize, which you can't, is the background, but you can customize the front. This is, as I call it, the quick glance lock screen. As soon as you first get the phone, it'll just basically have a background and the time and date. But when you customize it, you can show, let's say, the weather, the picture for the weather. This is Bing weather, so it shows like all the pictures and stuff for your background. You can show, let's say at the bottom, the number of text messages you've gotten, or the number of calls you received, like the battery percentage. Again, that's an app as well. Or let's say the text messages you received, I think I already said that, at the bottom. But you can choose one app from your area in the settings to show detailed status or detailed information. And basically what that means is if you choose messaging, if you get a text message, it'll show right here. But whenever there's no detailed status information, this time and date moves down, and if there is detailed information, it moves up. Pretty simple and easy to understand. The second thing that I really like about Windows Phone is the camera. Of course, this is the Nokia Lumia 521, so the camera is not that good. It is 5 megapixel like the iPod, but for some reason, it doesn't seem as good. I'm not saying that it's awful, I'm just saying it could be better. But, you know what, it is only $150, but right now it's actually $100, so you might want to get it while you can, you know? So, of course, as you know with iOS, you have to actually take the phone, slide it up, and there's your camera, right? You know, everybody knows that. But with Windows Phone, pretty much almost all Windows phones come with a dedicated camera button. And what I was thinking is, if Apple, you know, really claims that their cameras are really superb, you'd think that they now put in a camera shutter button. Matter of fact, even most Galaxies have camera shutter buttons, so I'm surprised that Apple hasn't had one yet. So all you have to do, most Nokia phones or Windows phones have a two-stage button for the camera. The first stage button is when you press it halfway down, and that's if you want to autofocus the picture, and then when you press it all the way down, it takes the picture. And if you press and hold it while in the lock screen, the camera pops up. And let me show that again. This is, you know, the lock and unlock button where you can turn on and off the phone, but down here is the camera button. So if you press and hold the camera button, just the camera pops up. So that's pretty awesome. That's what I think is awesome. So yeah, the next thing I like about the Windows Phone 8 interface is live tiles. So let's go ahead to live tiles. So live tiles basically shows all the information that it possibly can, updated all the time, every time. As you can see, the weather is all right here, and this is all at a glance. You don't have to actually open up the app to see your information that's new or current. Like, for example, here, down here, hopefully I can show you. Let's see, I don't actually want to get my friends or people's faces in this, but as you can kind of see, let's try and block it off here. There we go. But as you can see, this is CNN. This is CNN, and as you can see, it shows the top story before me even opening it. And like I said, weather and stuff. If you have calls, it'll show the number of missed calls you have. If it has a voicemail, a little voicemail image will pop up under the phone. If you have a new message, as long as the application is larger than usual, it will show you the message or email. So for example, this is the large icon. It'll show the message that is recent. If you have the big icon, it'll show a portion of the message if it's too long. And the small icon will basically just show you the number of text messages you received. So again, live tiles updating currently whenever you need it. The next thing that I like about Windows Phone is Office. As you guys know, Apple recently just started to sell Pages, Numbers, and Keynote for free now. But of course, with Windows Phone 8, even Windows Phone 7, I believe, Office has been and has always been free for Windows Phone users. And OneNote, of course, is free as well. You can always download it from the App Store. OneNote is also available for iOS as well, but it's pretty cool. So, next thing I want to show you guys is involving a paper towel or a tissue I got from the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen right now. So here we go. Sometimes, let's try this again. Sometimes paper towels, or in this case I'm simulating gloves, if the layer is thin enough, it will actually work with the iPhone. Like if you have an actual glove on, it will work with the iPhone or iPod or iPad, but to a limit, to an extent. It's not actually going to work, let's say, if the layering is more than double. Let's try this out. Let's say you have really thick gloves on and you're trying to access your phone. You want to say, or you want to see what your friend just text messaged you, and you can't because your gloves are too thick. But with Windows Phone 8, you have high super sensitive touch. And I'm not cheating, I'm using the same paper towel. So you can use those thick gloves and get where you need to go. If you needed to check what messages you got, you can just check it right away. And this leads me to my next point, in that Windows Phone 8 is amazing at answering calls right from your pocket. Let me give you a backstory here, right? You're in the snow, you can't access your phone, or even you're in your car and you maybe have those really small pockets, so you can't really reach it because the car is like blocking the pockets, or when you're sitting. So let's simulate, let's say it's in your pocket, right? And one of your friends sends you a message. Let me turn the sound off so that way I can't show you the next feature. I'm going to show you the next feature, but not right now. There we go. So let's say your phone is in your pocket. Right now I'm covering the proximity sensor. So this is really cool, right? So I'm going to load up my Messenger application here so I can show you what this does. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to send a message. I'm just going to say hi. And you can hear, actually you can't hear because I turned off the sound. But the message is sent, and let's say the phone vibrates, right? But you can't access your phone right now. You're in a meeting or something. But your phone screen turns on, and you shouldn't have to deal with that. You know, your screen is on because a message just accessed on your phone, and you don't want to waste your battery life. Well, guess what? With the Windows Phone, your phone actually waits until you pull the phone out of the pocket, and guess what? Now the message is shown. So that's really cool. Another thing that's cool about answering calls and text messages is when you have your sound on and you enable speak selection. In order to do that, you go to your settings in your Windows Phone menu, and then you go to speech, and then the first option should be something like speak calls and text messages, and it should say something like Bluetooth only, always on, something like that. I have it set to always on, but it only reads text messages and emails only when the sound is on. It doesn't read text messages and stuff when the sound is off. But let's send a message real quick to me. Hi. And here we go. You can see that the phone is off, but here we go.
Message from me. You can say read it or ignore.
Read it. Read it.
Hi. You can say reply, call, or I'm done.
Reply. Reply.
Say your message.
Hi.
Hi. You can say send, add more, or try again.
Send. and then it just sends, you know, and it's that easy. And I didn't even touch the phone. Another cool thing is, again, integration with your pocket. If the phone sound is on, but it's in your pocket, if the speak selection is on, let's say I send myself a message again, as you can see, the screen's not on.
Message from me. You can say read it or ignore.
Ignore. But as you can see, then it waits until my pocket, or my phone is out of my pocket, and there's the message. It waits until the phone is out of your pocket, and it's awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try to make it as quick as possible. But if you have any other comments or questions about what the phone does or what Windows Phone 8 offers to you, please leave it in the comments, and I'll try and answer it as best as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next video.